All right, everybody, welcome, everybody to Startup in a Month, month one, day two. Yeah, it's the 3rd of February. We got some news. It is snowing like crazy up here. So I am in the central New York Finger Lakes region, and it's been snowing for like 3 days straight. And there's like at least a foot on the ground and some massive. Oh man, that icicle must be like 6 feet long, hanging off my neighbor's roof there. Yeah, it's been a good, productive time to be stuck at home, but then again, with COVID, I'm kind of stuck at home every day anyway, yeah, the snow day is like not all that much different from what my life has been like for getting on for a whole year now, so really looking forward to that vaccine. Um, yeah, so anyway, news. We're at the start of the next startup, so not too much news to share, but let me put my phone on mute so I'm not blowing people up. This is also right next to the microphone. All right. Yeah, another thing I'd like to share is that daily exercise is really awesome. And this is like one of those lessons that I've kind of learned and forgotten and relearned like many, many times over the course of my life. But I just started doing like yoga in the morning when I wake up. And yeah, man, it's just so great for like not only like getting your body in shape because I'm like sitting down a lot. I'm at my desk. I'm kind of hunched over at my keyboard working, like, staring in the static position of my computer screen all day. So it's really great for like working out the kinks just from like that kind of lifestyle. But man, it gives you like so much clarity when you're starting the day. You're breathing, you're getting your blood moving, you're getting like oxygen into your brain and your muscles going and everything like warmed up and feeling well. Yeah, I'd say my mindset is like much improved since I started doing that. And really, it's just like a half hour in the morning when I wake up, and it's like, super easy, not intense. I'm not like folding myself into a pretzel or anything like that. Yeah, that's been really great. And yeah, I just wanted to share that, and it's been a good thing, and maybe it could be a good thing for you too. If you're thinking about it, I can highly recommend it. Just take it from me; it really makes a big difference. Okay, cool. So yeah, our plan for the day is to do a quick recap of what we're doing. Just a quick summary of what the month two startup is going to be. Still don't have a name for it, so we'll have to get a name for it eventually, right? We're going to do a morning warm up, and then we're going to start building the app for real. So, yeah, yesterday we got the landing page done. Got it really quick since we could leverage a bunch of the work that we were doing on plotters from month one. So, that got taken care of super fast, which is really nice. Yeah, so that'll be the plan. We'll do that for a few hours. And finally, our mantra for the morning. I am better and I'm smarter than I used to be. So, we're getting into like building the app for real, and it's making me a bit nervous because I'm still coming off the experience of like building plotters and learning Clojure for the first time and live streaming for the first time and just kind of getting into what's going to become my system. And that was like really challenging because there was a bunch of new stuff all at once, and I was kind of all on my own doing it. Yeah, I'm trying to focus on the idea that I'm better and smarter than I was month one because, yeah, I've had a ton of experience. Well, relatively speaking, I mean, people have been coding in Clojure for like years and years at this point, but I've got more experience under my belt and better than I used to be, and some of the stuff that was hanging me up last month is not going to hang me up this month. I'm sure I'm going to run into like new and stranger and different problems just based on the fact that that's kind of happened with the process of learning. Like, what used to be easy yesterday is now like, or what used to be difficult yesterday is now easy today, and that kind of like builds you up to, tackling like bigger challenges, like bigger and better things. So if you're doing it right and you've got room in whatever you're doing to, actually move upward, it's always going to kind of feel like you're just like struggling with the same amount of effort and still having the same problems, not getting anywhere, but secretly you're just getting faster. What's that quote? It doesn't it's easier, you just get faster. Who's this? This is Lamond. Yeah, Greg Lamond. Thanks, Google. I just want to see the picture. Yeah, this guy. So this is a really interesting concept where it's kind of like exactly what I was just saying, but put differently. It's always going to be hard, but you're getting better, you're going farther, you're going faster, you're accomplishing more. So anyway, just a little bit of motivational mantra setting for the day, and yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So the first agenda will be the daily warm-up, and that daily warm-up is going to be the same thing we were working on yesterday, which is this valid names checker. So I got part of the way through it. You can see this here in the background with like the progress I was making yesterday. So dipped our toes into Clojure spec, which is what we're using to kind of perform these validations. Don't really know too much about Clojure spec. This is my first time using it, but it seems like, really purpose-built to like kind of handle these kind of questions and do this kind of like data checking and validation. So it'd be a real nice opportunity to warm up a little bit with Clojure and get better, and also a good opportunity to learn about spec and kind of get familiar and comfortable with it in this like, low stakes, like small scope environment. And we'll see if it's something I'm interested in using for like, code challenges or not code challenges, like, app production challenges where I've got some data that I need to ensure is in a particular shape or format or has a particular set of qualities. So yeah, really curious to see what this ends up being like. So the idea is to check names, and the names are going to be strings, and the names have like certain rules associated with them. So they have to, at a minimum, have a first name and a last name with capital letters. If they have initials, the initials needs to be followed by a period, and a name can't be just initials. So even though we've got JFK, they must at the very least be like a last name associated with it. Oh, and there must be two terms. So like Franklin would not count, but Benjamin Franklin would. Okay. Right. We were having stream problems yesterday, so let me just check real quick to see if I'm streaming on Twitch. Ostensibly, yes. Clicked unmute. Always so weird watching yourself. Always so weird seeing the time delay. So anyway, we'll close that. Everything's good. And yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So we'll do these for 30 minutes every morning. Let's start the clock. Sound effect for the viewers at home. Maybe a visual of what my clock looks like. All right. So, need to start Calva. While that's going on, let's take a look at what we're doing. Alright, so we got valid names, invalid names. Alright, so I think yesterday what I was trying to do was validate a first name. So we had this function called valid name, which is what we're going to pass the whole name into. And then we had this spec definition called name, which we were trying to say was a collection of strings. I think what I was trying to do with this first valid name, test name, did I get this right? Abraham as conform. I really need a API reference here, even though this is a old video.
So you should.
Which might have some incorrect stuff in there. Okay. Alright. So I've got conform, we've got valid, S valid. Is valid with a question mark is true. Okay. So we got the ability to like pass in a collection of like letters and say that it is a collection only of streams. Teach Tyler. Ah, finally I made it. Ah, welcome, man. Nice to have you along. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we were right in the middle of our coding challenge here, and I've got the ability to like, yeah, look at a vector of strings and say that it is a vector only of strings. Well, I wonder what would happen if I did like that. I think I probably get the letter 1 in there, so it's not exactly what we're trying to do, but I feel like I want to like define a first name, like a spec for a first name. So not just that it's a collection of strings, but it's a collection of strings that starts with a capital letter. So I could do that where like, you know, I take like, you know, Abraham, and then I've got another vector where it's like lowercase. And so theoretically, if I had passed like a lowercase vector of strings and then like, you know, I take that and I capitalize the first letter and I verify like whether those two vectors are equal. That's like one idea I have. So in this case, this would be like fail. And then in this case, this would be like pass. This would be like capitalized original. Oh, you know what? I can use this clever little hash guy. I always forgetting about him. Capitalized original. Yeah, so there's the idea, right? So if I have an original string that's passed in, which already has a capital letter, and I just take it and I like capitalize it again, then that'll pass because, like, you know, the letter was capitalized originally. But if I take an original vector of strings that has a lowercase a, and then I try to capitalize it, and then I pass that through like an equals or something, or a spec conform, that will fail because then the vector of strings won't match. Teacher Tyler says, I'm also trying to assimilate into Clojure scripts, so content like this is helpful. Excellent, man. Well, you're learning, I'm learning. Yeah, this is a grand adventure we're going on. So, anyway, being not that familiar with the Clojure API, I wonder if there is a capitalize. Ooh, there is. Converts first character of the string in uppercase, all other characters to lowercase. Right. So looking at that, I think I don't even need to split these into vectors. I think I can just pass a whole string through capitalize. Okay. So sdef valid name. It's going to be the result of what's. There's also a way. Oh, there's like s and valid name. It's like s and. Should probably have the spec API up too, right? All right. How about we have one with spec, and we have one with all the other stuff. All right. So capitalize. What do you do? Pass in a string, and you capitalize it, right? All right, we've already got string, s and assert map of every keyword. And now I think there might be some like special spec utility stuff I can do, but I think I'll just write my own like predicates. Is capitalized is greater than 1. So here I'm going to check if the string is capitalized. Here I'm going to check if the length of the string is greater than 1. Yeah, hey loser, how's it going? Loser. Yeah, I think I'll say loser. I was thinking this morning that when I call you a loser, it's kind of weird to say it out loud. So I'm gonna call you loser. It's going well, man. Hope it's going well for you. I think for now I just want to return like true, just to make sure that these functions do what I think they're gonna do. String true. Okay, so now I want to load these into the REPL, and I want to check if I can just like call them on some like dumb input. So is capitalized. That should just return true, right? That's intentional. Yeah, I'm about to start a meetings marathon. I hate these days. Oh yeah, I had several meetings marathons when I was working in a corporate finance context, so I know that. It's like you're spending a whole day just sitting in a office conference room, just kind of like half asleep and not really paying attention to anything anyone's saying. Okay, cool. Anyone else watching the stream? Ah, yeah, good morning, Cliff. Yeah, I think you should be able to see the number of viewers on the Twitch stream. Yeah, we got at least 3 people here, so yeah, welcome guys. Let's see. Yes, this is. I'm gonna call this like len greater than 1. I'm trying to validate if the length of this thing is greater than 1. And this seems like the easier function to write, so I'm gonna start with that one. Right. So back to the docs. String. Capitalize. Here we go. Is there a length function? Count. Ooh, count. That could be good. Like count. Hello. Should be 5. Yep. All right. So now we want to do greater than 1. Count string. All right. Is length greater than 1? False. Oops. I'm always getting this backwards. I think these things where I'm like super used to like a infix notation. It's just like very hard to wrap my mind around, like the positions of where those arguments go. False. Okay, so string with length 1 will return false, but string with length 2 will return true. Okay, so we got that. More a jam session before diving into some code. Excellent, man. Alright, so we got that. Now is capitalized. Yeah, so this should just be like an equals thing, right? Like equals string, capitalize, string. But I need to call it from the Clojure string namespace, which sometimes has a slash and sometimes has a dot. Like sometimes a module will do like that, and sometimes it'll do like that. No idea what that is. It's still something I need to learn how to use. Alright, so is capitalized hi, this should return true, I hope. Is capitalized hello. will return false. Great. All right. So yeah, now we've got a couple of super basic tools, and we've got our def. So spec and we want to be both capitalized and of a length greater than 1. And now we can do this, svalid, valid name. So we want to check if a piece of data is valid. Here's the spec validator that we're going to use, and here's the data that we're going to pass it. Oh no. Unable to resolve spec names. What? Spec names, valid names. Oh, did I not load this in? Maybe not. True. Excellent. You got a valid name, Cliff. James. I don't know who James is, but that's my first idea. James false. Ooh, now we can do s.explain. Why is this wrong? Failed is capitalized, but length is greater than 1. However, if we just did like valid name J, failed length greater than 1. So that's super cool. Alright, so I think we need both of these in tandem, because like just a letter, like a capitalized letter, that'll pass this, but we also have this length greater than 1, so we always need to use both of these together, but this is going to catch errors that this doesn't catch, and then because we split them up into like these two separate domains of checking like whether it's capitalized and of a length greater than 1, we can have them like doing these like very specific like tiny atomic jobs. All right. So yeah, cool, man. What's conform do again? Let's conform spec alpha invalid. Conform spec. What do you do again? Given a spec and a value, returns Clojure spec alpha invalid if a pair does not match, if a value does not match the spec. It also gives you the possibly destructured value. Alright, so if you got a valid name, you'll just pass it through, but otherwise it'll give you a spec invalid key back. Alright, cool. Great. Yeah, so we can pick a valid name, and then there's like other parts. Yeah, let me get rid of this. This thing to wrap, increase the size a little bit. Alright, a name is a sequence of terms separated by the space. It must have at least 2 terms, last term must be a word. So we can figure out what a name is. Maybe we should move on to a name as a sequence of terms separated by the space. Yeah, sounds good to me. Def separated by space. It's kind of a ridiculous name, but you know, we're in a low stakes learning environment here, so if it ends up being too dumb for me to stomach, I can change it later. Okay, so if it's separated by a space, must have at least 2 terms. Yeah, so I guess we can kind of do like has 2 terms and separated by a space in like one go. So s and has 2 words, has a space. Alright. How about I do that down here? So like has 2 defined function, has 2 words, gonna take a string. Just gotta give it true for now. And has a space. It's also going to take a string and return true. Alright. Has 2 words. has a space. All right, cool. Has 2 words. Okay, so this sounds like taking a string and splitting it on a space. Okay. So we'll do that. This sounds like a job for a pipe operator. Has at least 2 words. Right. Has at least 2 words. That's a good point. Has 2 or more words. Has at least 2 words. There we go. All right. Yeah, put that on a new line. Thread, starting with the string. Yeah, we can't call it stir because we've already got that defined in our namespace. So we're going to say string stir splits, commas, split on a space. All right. Hello world. Cool. So now we can split on a space. Then we want to do like count. Then we want to say like greater than 2 ... False. What do commas to put a string in place of them? Yeah, this is an interesting trick I picked up somewhere. I can't remember where I saw this. It might have actually been in the Clojure documentation for threading itself, but kind of a fun fact about Clojure is that commas are treated as white space, which is kind of bizarre, but yeah, if you like look at vectors, for instance, a item in a vector is just like, you know, a thing separated by a space and then another thing. So like if we were coding in like most other programming languages, we would need commas to separate this, like JavaScript, that's how you do it. Same thing goes for a map, so like a def demo map. Hi, hello, how are you? So map doesn't even have commas, and just the positions of the arguments matter. So here we have like the key and the value, and the only thing a map really needs to be is like balanced in terms of like keys and values. So like this is a valid map, but this is not a valid map because you know, we've got two keys but only 1 value, so the language doesn't know how to assign a value to a key in that map. So by using commas, you can kind of use that as like a placeholder for where the threading macro is going to pass your data into. So this is the thread first macro, which means that it's going to pass each return value from each function as the first argument to the next function in line. And so you could do it like this, and you know, it'd be like perfectly fine in valid Clojure. But if you like the visual aid of like having the commas in there, then you can see like, okay, so like now I have a visual reminder of like where the argument's actually going into. So it's just kind of a nice way to make this thing a little easier to understand, since otherwise you'd have to keep in mind implicitly that, like, you know, there's like hidden data being passed through this thing. So I like to do that, especially as a beginner. But now I don't know why my thing didn't work. So let's load a new value in there. So it's got a count of 2. So I think I got my oh, greater than or equal. That's it. That was it. It is equals 2. Yeah, I think if it's at least 2 words, it should be greater than equal, as opposed to equal to. There we go. Has at least 2 words. Yes. False. And then hello, beautiful world. Also true. Okay, cool. So great, we got the first part of that predicate right, and now we need has a space. Yeah, I guess it's kind of implied in that we're like splitting this thing on spaces that has a space. So I don't think we need that anymore. And we don't need s and, which means can we just get rid of this? Yeah. S valid separated by space. Hey everyone. Nope. Question mark. Question mark at the end of valid. It's a question that we're asking. S conform. Oh. So this should not pass. That should pass. This should pass. Alright, great. Cool. What else can we do here? Separate by space, valid name. I guess we could chain these together. Valid name. Yeah, valid name is kind of the name of the challenge, right? What's the valid names? Trying to find a better name for this. Valid name. Valid first or last name. And that frees up our namespace. Well, yeah. Never mind, man, never mind. Split strings. That was from last time, don't need this anymore. Test name. Name, don't need that anymore. Alright. So I think what I want to do is I want to pass a name into here. How much time do we have left? Got 5 minutes left. Okay, so I think in the remaining time what I can do is I can start to pass a name through both of these spec definitions that I've just written. So S conform, S valid. I think what I would do is S conform, or maybe S valid to start. S and S conform. Called preliminary, but expects 1 or 2. SDiff valid whole name is going to be S and S conform valid name. How do I chain these things together? I need to pass a argument in there. So I guess I can't write a new definition, or I don't know how to write a new definition just yet. So maybe we'll just make this a function defin do the thing test name. Yeah, let's just do this the dumb way first. Do this the dumb way before we do it the smart way. Let's let block as valid names. It's going to be S conform, or valid. I want a boolean from this. Valid name, test name. Alright, now we're going to say has space separated names. It's going to be svalid separated by space test name. So now what we're going to return is just a plain old and. Has valid names, has space separated names. Always the question mark. I'm always forgetting. Okay. So, do the thing to James Buchanan. False. Uh-oh. I think I need to read the docs for hand. Evaluates expressions one at a time. So I think it'll be just easier to pass these expressions straight in as opposed to trying to save the results of the expressions in a let block. Which will also just be a better Clojure practice in the first place. Clojure does not like, it doesn't necessarily not like, but makes it like kind of hard to define a variable in a local scope. So if you need to, you better have a good reason. And yet, def test name, Andy Dufresne. False. Valid name is false. Space separated, true. Out of time. Craigie GitHub, good morning, man. Sorry I didn't see you there. Yeah, we just hit the end of our coding challenge session. How is that possible? Andy Dufresne. True. Must be because I have the space in there somehow. Is capitalized, length greater than 1. Yeah, you know what? We said half an hour. We're gonna come back to this yesterday, or come back to this tomorrow. So, hey, that could be a nice teaser for tomorrow's stream if you want to see me do the thing and make more progress on figuring out what spec is. Then join me tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, that's cool. Feel more comfortable with spec. This is a really interesting tool. I think I like it. Great. Okay. So I'm very tempted to keep working on that, but we got a product to build, so I'm gonna close it. Done. Thumbs up. Very good. Very good. Yeah, so let's move on to building this thing, shall we? So we might have some new viewers to the stream, and the stream was a little crazy and crashing and buggy, so I'm going to have one more session where I just quickly recap what we're actually building here, and then we'll get around to actually building it. So this is something you can do in Google Photos called like a picture album. I'm not sure exactly what the term is, but it's this like really cool thing which I wish was just a little bit cooler than it is, and it's simultaneously like too complex and like not featureful enough to really be like a compelling product for me. And I really want something like this that exists. Yeah, I've used this like a few times in the past, and I've always like found it just a little bit wanting. So I think this could be a really cool opportunity to like kind of solve my own problem, which is what they encourage you to do in like startups frequently, is to like solve your own problems in your life, because that will make you like the prime user of your product. And if you are the prime user of your product, then you know like exactly what you want, what kind of features it needs to have. You will experience all the bugs and like edge cases that come from like actually using the thing, since you're going to be engaging with your product, and kind of getting your hands dirty with it. I think the kind of less nice way of putting that is like eating your own dog food. So, if you're like making your own dog food and you're like eating it yourself, then you're going to have like a greater imperative, shall we say, to, make good dog food. Eating own dog food. Put that there for reference. I swear I'm eventually going to get these up on the blog so you guys can check out these links after the fact. But anyway, that's all the reasons that I want to build this thing. And this is like basically what the Google version can do. So you can put a photo in there. You can have like these little annotations or like sections of prose or writing, but it's always center aligned. It's always like directly beneath the photo. You don't have any options for like font or colors or anything cool like that. One kind of cool thing they have is it's like maps feature, which I don't think I would add myself in my own version, but that makes it great for like a travel log or something. You've got these really basic like photo alignment capabilities, but nothing like too refined or like particularly easy from a UI perspective. And then weirdly, like no way to just like take this thing and like put it in the center. Like it should obviously go in the center, but because of the weird wacky UI stuff going on, it ended up like left aligned and in the corner, and like I can't edit it like I want to edit it. So anyway, we're building a better version of that, and I think if it's a better, more featureful version, and if it's not like tied into like a huge tech company name, then could be a really compelling product. So that's what we're building, and we're starting from like square one, like literally square one. So what do you do when you're starting at square one? You write down what you're doing so you don't get lost. Start building app. What's the first step to building the app? Super basic UI for uploading a photo. Yeah. So I think one thing I did with plotters last month that I don't want to repeat this time around is like getting too deep into making templates for pages that like don't exist yet, or like getting too deep into like doing a bunch of layout and adding a bunch of buttons and features for like things that I want the app to have, but the app might like never actually attain. So like what I did last month was I built out like a bunch of screens for the various stages of that game. But in reality, I only ever actually built out enough like holistic like front end and back end functionality to like actually make 3 of those screens like work, and only like a little bit at that. So I want to keep things like super mega basic, like as simple as I possibly can for as long as I can, and I only want to move ahead when I have like a holistic piece of the app like finished, and that will ensure that I don't get like too far out ahead of myself and like build a bunch of like fantasy pieces of this product that are like never going to see the light of day because like I got too overextended on like one half of the equation and like didn't catch up on the other half of the equation. So I think basically what I want to do today is get some UI where like I can have a HTML like upload form where I can select a picture, upload it, and just be like really simple with that. And I think I'm going to poke a little fun at myself and make this horrible freeze frame from yesterday's stream be the photo that we're uploading. All right. Okay. Cool, so let's get going. I've got all these links saved in the show notes. So I'm going to close all those, but I'm going to leave the cheat sheet up because I need that every single time. All right. So this is the backend. So how about we start the backend? And for those watching along at home, we're going to finish this stream up at 12 o'clock Eastern. So that's going to be in 1 hour and 45 minutes. So if you're trying to plan your day, that's how long we're going for. Jack and process exited. Oops. Cannot locate that thing. Uh-oh. I think my alias is not set up right, so how about we just comment that out for now and try to get this thing to run. Love this like hash underscore comment thing. Like that was such a revelation. Man, did I learn that from like somebody on the stream, or did I get that from a video? I think I got that from a video. Or maybe someone pointed me to that like rich comment thing. But anyway, yeah. Revolutionary for my workflow, I must say. Put the file in. There's a lot in there, so it takes a while. Call our main function, and our server's running. Alright. Next step. Get the front end going. And this is the landing page, and I think in the interest of maximum simplicity, it's like building multiple apps in a single repo is something like I theoretically could do, and might be a better idea from some perspectives. I think it's just way too complicated for my skill set at the moment, so I'm just going to have the landing page be its own separate thing, its own separate app. That way I don't have to worry about like modules or bundles or code splitting or any of that like extra crazy stuff. I'm just going to call this app. All right. Got backend running. Let's get the front end running. And Epson, pick the dev alias. So we need a browser window over here. For when our app starts. Oh. At least we're going to update this. Adding image upload functionality. Yeah, so anyway, you guys probably didn't see this because the stream has gone crazy, but yeah, that's what we got so far. Yeah, this is our like kind of basic screen thing, which hopefully will showcase like some of the layout possibilities for this thing. You know, if we ever make it that far, but yeah, that's ended up looking kind of pretty. I hope it compels people to pay me money. Okay, so here we go. We got the landing screen because we copied the landing repo, but we don't want any of this. Show answers. Don't need a damn thing. Although, I think keeping the background, keeping the layout, and like at least one button will be good, because then we can start on kind of a design system way of doing things, where like we've got nope, this is just the div container for that. So we can get rid of that. Render stuff. Don't have that function anymore. Title. Okay, header div. This one goes away. Footer. Might not hurt to leave the footer in, but it's going to be just a little bit of a distraction. And it's something we can always copy in after the fact. Uh-oh. Oh, I've borked my hookup. And now we should do that. Alright, cool. Luzier, oh interesting. Do you have a link on how to integrate Tailwind with Cljs? I've just referenced the CDN lib on index.html, but it's very limited and I wasn't able to find out how to write config files for it. Yeah, so this is something I haven't exactly explored just yet. Really like Tailwind, man. Like, this has been like one of the best and easiest CSS utility libraries I've ever used. And I definitely need to get away from this strategy at some point, because if you look at my network tab, this thing is massive. 2.74 megabytes, which is just more CSS than anyone ever needs for anything. So what I'm doing for now is I've got this in my public resources public. So this is like my index.html file. So this is where my React app is like rendering into. And then for now, I literally just copied the whole CSS library from the CDN, I think, and copied and pasted it in. So that's my strategy for now. And if I want to get to the point where I can do all this stuff with build, installation. Yeah, so there's post CSS, you can do it like that. You install it via npm, which for the uninitiated is kind of like JavaScript's package manager script. So there's all kinds of build steps and things for removing utility classes that you're not using out of your CSS, which is a bit of a pain, but in my opinion worth it, although I haven't even gotten that far. So I'm just working with the whole library, and we'll move on towards actually removing the stuff I don't need at some later step when I'm actually deploying this thing and when the product is actually real. Yeah, well, anyway. So we did it the same way, more or less. Yeah. I find myself repeating a refrain to myself. You need to do it the dumb way before you can do it the smart way. So this way is super dumb, but it definitely works. So I'm going to stick with it for now. But at any rate, yeah. We're uploading pictures. HTML upload. Input type is file. That's what I want. Choose a profile picture. One real cool thing with Tailwind. File upload components. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, very nice. Show code. Yoink. HTML to hiccup. So you can just kind of yank these things out of the internet, plop them down. Whoa, div class main. All right, so there's my header div. Make a section, and we'll put our stuff in there. Let's see what this is looking like. Very nice. It disappears when you click on it, but I don't care about that for now. All right. but a little bit of layout. I'll predict. I'll permit myself a little bit of layout here. Main. Alright, index CSS. Keep all that. We can keep all that. Dot main. Display grid, header, main, demo. Okay. Don't need any of that. Dot app. Grid, area, main. It's not here, but here. Alright. Oop. Really borked our header, didn't we? Right. I think I can get rid of that. There we go. Cool. Okay. So, select a file. How do we select a file? Alright, so we got a label. That's cool. Got an empty label. That's not cool. Oh, wait, hold on. We got an SVG inside a label. Where do you end? Whoa. I wonder if a screen reader would understand that. Yeah, probably. Okay. Input type equals file. Yeah, it's back to the MDN docs. Except, probably want to limit that to images at some point, but that can come later. Except capture. Oh, that's cool. So they can actually take pictures with a file upload. That's super neat. Using file inputs. Form. Yes, I could just make it an HTML form, but my React brain compels me to put this thing in state somehow. When you submit, four oh three error. Yeah, well, let's see if we can find file upload React. File uploading in React.js, Geeks for Geeks. State. Unchanged, this dot on file change. Oh man. On file change e.target.files. Okay. Form data. New form data. Alright. I think e.target.files is really the thing I need. So, what was that event? On change. Okay. On change. Handle file upload. Yep. function handle file upload. Handle image upload. And how do we do this? Do anonymous function. We'll just get control rights. Okay, meeting starts. See you later, loser. Yeah, enjoy those meetings, man. Good luck. Stay strong. Handle image upload. Dots. Targets. Dots. Files. Oh, constantly having to reference other code to get this right. Code apps. Landing. How do I do this? Targets. There we go. Target value. Yeah, my Cljs stuff is not working. e.target.files. We want first. All right. Line image. I wonder. Wrong number of args for pass to handle image upload. Right, so we want that function to be called at the end of our chain here. Is my computer going to crash when I do this? Next page. Doing the thing. Upload screenshots. Anything in the console? Can't access property files. Oh, okay, so I wasn't. Calling it the right thing. On file change target files. I think it's because I don't have a multiple. Alright, so quick cleanup. Refresh. Select a file. Boink. Can't access property files. e.target.files. So what if I do that? Select a file. Can't access property files. But I thought. Oh. Ruh-roh. Can't access a property index page. Oh no. Index page. Unexpected expression got dots. I think we're going to be console logging nothing. Sharp call is not a function. Okay. Okay. So we're definitely getting events. E.targets. Boink, boink. Still E.targets. But that was our old code. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. On dash change. Dot dash targets. What am I doing wrong here? Got an input type of file. Multiples true. Johnny underscores says, looks like there's an extra paren. Yeah, I'm not getting any syntax highlighting errors. Extra paren. Oh, right, in my threading macro. Yeah, that'd be it. It's actually something from JavaScript that kind of messes me up because you can just have as many parens as you want in this language, plus 1 plus 2. They'll just get, like, you know, evaluated like one after the other, like the outer form to the inner form to the inner form to the innermost form, and then you get 3. But this is not something you can really do in Clojure. Like, where the boundary lies is like, well, I guess, yeah. Maybe you could do it like this, but like this would have to be like a function, right? Like a function E, and it'd be like E.dash target or something. But yeah, I think the moral of the story is like anything inside a form needs to be a function at the end of the day. So you can't just like willy-nilly wrap everything in a form necessarily. Ah, geez, now I've done it. I'm lost in my undo history. Okay, I think that's right. All right. So, .-target, .-files. I want the first one, and then I want to print line. Yeah, thanks, Johnny. That was exactly what I needed to do. Cool. All right, I got my file. Very nice. Thanks for not printing the whole binary, because, yeah, I don't want my computer to crash while I'm live streaming, do I? Okay. So, right. Add HTML file uploader. Done. Grab image. Done. Send image to backend. That's what we're working on next. Great, 10:40. Man, we're zooming, man. That took us all of a half hour to get to that point. So yeah, I've got good vibes and high aspirations for what we can get done in the final hour and 20 of our morning here together. So on change. You select a file. Yeah, I could do some like preview thing where you like select a file. And maybe for now I'll just do like a file name. I don't even want to get that far. All I really want is a button. button, button, type, button, on click. Just print line the E now. We'll go back to our landing page to copy our call to action. Nope. Lost in the mirror. Alright. So really the button's going to be that. And click. It's going to do nothing for now. Upload picture. Save that. Back to the browser. Boink, boink, boink. Okay. I'll permit myself a quick bit of layouts. Auto. I think in grid there's some way to, this will actually be super relevant for when we actually get into like laying these images out. I think grid has like a flex order equivalent, so not like splitting the rows evenly between like your whole container, but having them like kind of squished up towards the top. So I just need to find out what the syntax is. Grid templates. Ooh. Ooh. Never used this before. That's pretty sweet syntax though. Grid gap, nope. Justify items, here we go. Alright, so that's for the stuff in the grids. It's also for the stuff in the grids. Place items. Justify content. Justify content start. Oops, not quite what we wanted. Justify contents. No. What's this grid looking like? Maybe because I put it inside that div. Section class equals app. Right, so I'm not talking about like the whole page. I'm talking about app itself. Section class app. Yeah, this could be a grid unto itself. That's fine. Display grid, grid. Template columns 1. Grid. Template rows, auto. Now I think hopefully they should be just kind of squished up. But of course they're not. Justify content start. Nope. Okay, still don't have this quite right. Oh, line content. Maybe that's what I wanted instead. Line content. Line content. Oh, it's because there's something on that. There we go. All right. Alright, so this thing wanted to be the whole height of the screen, but that is not what we want. Though we do want main to be the whole height of the screen, that's okay. Min heights. Heights one view heights, or 100 view heights. There we go. Okay. Alright, so now we can select a file, and now on click we want to send that file back. So this implies a couple things. I think we want an atom. And this is the landing page. Nope, this is the app. Okay. Let's get minimize U so I don't get too confused. Alright. I think instead of handle image upload, what I want is like a def once image or atom nil. Alright. So instead of doing that, we're going to reset our image with the result of all those functions. And now I can't slurp anymore. I wonder what's going on there. Alright, so we've successfully compiled what I'd like to do. So I'd like to say like at image over here. Disconnected. Launching REPL using depths Eden. Seem to be having some Cljs issues this morning. Depths Eden, Figwheel man. Ah, right, because I probably didn't pick Figwheel to start. That makes sense. That's another thing about Clojure, which I kind of like, but kind of freaks me out, is like, you know, sometimes like things will work and they'll just kind of like, you know, run the code, and as much of the code that like actually works will run and activate and like do the best it can, but like the parts that like didn't work, just kind of like stop functioning, and it's not always immediately apparent that you've done something, which is like basically going to break your whole app, because like so far as you can see the app is like running. You know, we got localhost 9500 up, we can like hot reload code, things of that nature, but yeah, what we couldn't do is like load this in. Man, now I'm disconnected again. Opening URL, compiling build. So this is hot reloading still? Depths Eden plus Figwheel main. Pick an alias to launch with. Still, we got like a terminal running, or a REPL running in the terminal, but really I'd like to have it running over here. Yeah, well, something to figure out later. We're trying to make forward progress here. Unclick. So unclick is going to post. Yeah, Lambda Island fetch. There we go. So back to that thing I just closed. Let's just copy this since that's basically what I do. We're not sending an email, but we are posting a thing to a server. All right. Upload image. All right. So on click is gonna call upload image. All right. So when the image is not null, going to fetch posts, string local URL. Still need to come up with a way of managing managing my domains between deploying and local development. That worked. Alright, so fetch to this URL. Upload image. Image. I think it's gonna be that. Alright. Don't really even know what that is. Is that like is that a blob? Is that a file? Is that some other data type? I don't really know. But at the very least, we can send this to the backend and catch it. And on the backend, we have, I would say, some better REPL debugging skills, or at least I can more reliably use the REPL back here than I can with Figwheel and Clojure scripts. So yeah, let's go back here. Let's define that route. To establish a convention of pre-pending this with API. All right. API, what do we call this? Upload. Upload image. And what's that going to do? It's going to upload the image. That function doesn't exist, but it will soon. All right. How about we copy our status code for now? Just move that up here. Let image be params rec. Get in the request params in the image. I guess I should establish a expectation of whether I'm going to be abbreviating this word or not. So that's going to be really annoying. I keep forgetting whether it's like img or image. So in the interest of staying terse, how about we just decide to call it img forevermore. Params img. Get in rec, but this needs to be a array. All right. So we need to move this up here. And yeah, how about we just like make a quick little atom here. Def image atom nil. And we're going to reset image with the image. We'll call this image atom. Alright, so we'll send the image to the backend, we'll save it in this atom, and once it's in an atom, I can use the REPL to inspect what this thing actually is and decide what to do with it. And we don't need to wrap that in a map. So we'll just call it nil for now. Alright. Yeah, so let's load our handler in. Oop. First, test image. Then a syntax error. Able to resolve simple rec in this context. Oh, it's because we're missing a paren, but not for long. Alright. All the stuff is loaded into the REPL. And now we have more compile warnings. Image, yep. Select a file. We're picking this one. We're sending it to the backend. And on the backend, what do we find? They both worked and not worked. Okay. So we don't have a backend response just yet. But if we say at test image atom, what does this look like? Nil. So, print line, getting image, load that into the REPL, try it one more time. Upload, it worked and it didn't work. No print lines, so I wonder. Save email, don't need that. Don't need any of this just yet. Going to be saving stuff to the file system, but not quite yet. Double check we're sending this to the right place. API upload image, and the image is an object file. Alright. Select the file. Upload the picture. Check the backend. Still not getting image. Post API upload image. Close 3000 API upload image. Yeah. What am I doing, man? I am posting, setting it to the right URL. I'm sending the image in the query params, which might not be working, but then again, it doesn't really matter just yet. Response, email saved. I get the response back, but I'm not getting the print statement, which is odd. Getting image. There it was. Yeah, there it was the whole time. Okay. Maybe it was that MongoDB stuff, which I hadn't deleted just yet, just causing my problems. Okay. So that's test image item object file. Okay, so we were sending the string object file and not the file itself. All right. Well, at least we know the connection's okay. This JavaScript example has a form data thingy, but I think for now, how to file to a backend server. How to upload files to the server using JavaScript. Rec.files. How to post a file to a backend server. App conda, I like that. We're waiting for this to load. We can activate the standing disk. Think you know? No, I don't. About the demo app, about the server. Code. Ooh, a struct. Yeah. Now I'll learn how to do this in Swift. Yeah, I've got that. Headers, body. JSON.stringify, that's what we're missing. Or maybe not. Don't want to send a JSON object with vals. I want to send the contents of the uploaded file. Maybe I do need that form data thing. Yeah, then again, maybe I don't. File. Body. Yeah, maybe the issue is that I'm trying to send it as a param and I'm not sending it in the body of the request. I think that's probably what it is. So, lambda island fetch Off to the docs we go. Yep. Body. Here we are. So the body is going to be the image. Alright, so we changed it to the body on the front end. Now we need the body on the back end. Load it into the REPL. Back to the front end. Wherever that app might be. Select a file. There we go. Upload picture. Cannot write file. When does that error happen? Does it happen on the post? Happens on the post. Body. Body, form data. Yeah, they do what I'm doing. So form data append is adding a key and a value to this form data object, which consists of the key name file and the value of data. So I wonder what happened if I did this. Something ridiculous. So we got a file in our atom, but we're not going to send it. It worked and it didn't work. On the back end, we are getting an image. Our test image atom destructured at this moment in time is no. Okay, we're using it right. And we print our request just to see like what this thing actually is. Alright, the body is an object. Bytes input stream with a length of 22. After the HTTP kit docs. Alright. Ring compliant. Project website. Server. Org HTTP kit bytes input stream. Headers, server name, query stream, scheme. So what's a missing piece? Post image to Clojure backend. Example file upload. Source. Clojure, file upload, server. Really, we want the handler. File name, size, temp file. So this guy is setting it as a param. Maybe try slurp on the body. Unknown scribe. Oh, this is... I know that word. I know it's in the docs. I've never used it before. Slurp. Ah, opens reader on F and reads all its contents, returning a string. Right. Opens a reader on F and reads all its contents. So it does need to be something on the file system. Yeah, so if we did like pretty prints, this could be a total disaster, but if we slurp get in the request the body image. Yeah, that's worth a shot. Let's see. Select a file. Well, we're still sending a string, so we're just going to... Oop. Not sure. Cannot open nil as a reader. Yeah, makes sense. Rec body image. What if I tried to send the image for real? Add image. Send file, the image, upload. Oop. Can I write file? We're getting that before too. I think I won't know about image until after slurp. Oh, okay, so I need to slurp the whole body, you mean, and then after that I'll slurp body rec, is that right? Right. Slurp the body of the rec. But I should wrap this in parens too. Yeah, I might be completely wrong. Sorry if I am. Oh well. This is something I'll probably have to use in the future though. So yeah, it's all cool if we're walking down the wrong road here, since at some point in the future I'll definitely have need of that function. So may as well get a introduction in how not to use it, and then when we do eventually come to use it, we'll know how to use it. Yeah, experiencing like a unrelated problem with like actually sending a file, so I think I'm just gonna try to send a string. Now the back end, oh hello. Right, so we select the body, and then we get a vector of stuff. But what if we like? What if we do this? So we get them side by side in terms of like what happens when we try to slurp the body, and what happens when we just try to preprint. We get that weird thing again. It's like, what? Obviously can't use this. And this is something cool. It's like more or less what we want, but it's in kind of a crazy like string format. So I wonder if the slurp docs have anything about that. Slurp. Slurping the body head? Yeah, it sounds kind of obscene, right? It's kind of a gross set of words, like spit the file, slurp the file. I mean, that's not really how I want to conceive reading and writing to a file system or otherwise, but that's the terminology we've got to work with. Yeah, so is there like a way to parse string into Clojure data? Read string. Yeah, it's pretty LMAO worthy, I agree. Reads one object from strings. Yeah, this is what I want. Like read string. Read string. Oh. Read string on the result of slurping the body of the request. So now I think instead of a string, I should get a normal vector. And so we get a caret, we get an image, and we get a hi. So we're almost there. We get strings of things that want to be keys and values. Man, I get the feeling this is like not the way to go. This is just a little bit too weird. My spider sense is telling me, but I don't know. Ring server body Clojure. Ring JSON. Ring read the body of an HTTP request as a string. It's kind of what we're doing right now. Maybe someone will have a better suggestion of what to do instead. And Unscribe says that looks like some pretty funky encoding. Seems like there's some component missing. Yeah, it does look pretty funky, man. I agree. Maybe Stack Overflow is going to have something that can get us back on track here. Ooh, body string. Yeah. Input stream can be read only once, so you might replace the original body with the red string. Teacher Tyler says, in any case, this still looks better than my Express Shadowed Cljs implementation. Source coding says you want a file for the image uploader, right? Yeah, exactly. And I think, yeah, I don't know quite how to get there because I'm trying to like post the image. Right now we're just sending this silly thing with like image hi because when we've tried to actually send the image, we've gotten a different error. At image. So we're going to destructure our atom that has our image saved in there. But when we try to post an image with lambda island fetch, we get this can I write file thing, so that's like one weird thing we're working on. And then even when we send just a simple string in the body, when we send that to the backend server, we were missing this request body string utility, so I think we'll have to incorporate that, but we still can't quite figure out how to send the image. But maybe someone in the chat said. I feel like Ring must have something for this. Yeah. You know what, how about I just Google it? I'm a little like shy Googling stuff in Clojure because I can never like find what I need. like Google a problem, but this is specific enough that there might be like stuff out there on the internet. Upload image to Ring server Clojure. Ring file upload. Of course. Right. Params, refer, wrap params. Do I have that already? Nope. Don't do that. What Ring stuff do I have in here? We've got middleware defaults and that's it. So we need some new stuff. May not need all that. We don't need it in the form that we use to upload. Or load it into the REPL rather. Oh boy. What has he done? He's missing a brace. He's missing 2 braces. There we go. Alright. I think he's also missing a paren. Alright. So we need that. We need to put this in. Man, I saw some dope looking Emacs thing that someone was using to like really quickly add a dependency to a project. But I'm using VS Code, so I don't have that. What version? Ring middleware formats. Ring middleware. Multi part params. No. Geez. Ring middleware. Oh, maybe this just comes along with Ring middleware. Maybe I don't need to. Require anything new. I just need to import the stuff I got. Recent versions. Craigie GitHub says, are you having trouble with the editor paren balancing? I use paren for, yeah. Yeah, I'm using this, it's kind of like a REPL and a paren manager thing called Calva. And like typically I could press like Control right to do like paren like slurping and barfing to go back to our really gross terminology. So that actually has been like working pretty good, but I think they may have done a version update overnight, which broke the slurping and barfing thing. So we're gonna have to suffer doing it the manual way today. But yeah, I am aware that that is something you can do, and that is like really been extremely convenient. So hopefully we get it back tomorrow. Or, you know, I'm in touch with those guys. Maybe I'll just send them a quick Slack message after we're done here. And then that'll be good. All right, we got a new dependency, so we need to restart the REPL. Craigie GitHub says it's a separate plugin. Yeah, I think for Calva. I think Calva says specifically not to use perinfer. Using with perinfer, C using with perinfer. Oh, hello. Yeah, you know, I'll give it a shot. Perinfer. Perinifer. Ah, no, there it is. I'm gonna go with this one. Yep, install. May turn some things off. I find it easier to work with. Yeah, no, I see that library being referenced in a lot of places, so it could be a good thing to start getting into. So just real quickly warn perinfer docs Clojure VS Code. VS Code perinfer. Real quick, how do I slurp and barf? Time's running out. Time is running out. Just control. Where's the docs? No, just here to derail the actual work. That's cool, man. It's, you know, you gotta have some license for exploration in your life. If you're just machines, like, you know, doing exactly what we were told all day, then this would not be all that fun. And I'm always interested in a investment into my productivity, so this is it's worthwhile. Maybe I'll just discover that as I go. All right. So we got perinfer, we got our params middleware, we got our multi-part params, and now we need to figure out how to use them. File upload. All right. Our handler, wrap params, wrap multi-parts. Simple enough. Let's hope it works. Handler, all cores, wrap defaults. Oh, what am I doing? Wrap defaults and wrap params and multi-part params. All right, load her in. Oop. Actually, we don't even have anything in here. Let's run our main. Didn't explode. That's good. Uploaded files could be found with the multi-part params key in the response. By default, uploads are stored in temporary files that are deleted an hour after being uploaded. This is handled by the ring middleware temp file store function. Sets a file key to the params map of the request where temp file is a Java IO file object that contains the uploaded data. You can use this to perform any further processing if you want. Yeah, that's cool. So, actually before we get too far, definitely starting this. But I started ring, I didn't bookmark this page. So bookmark this page, ring file upload. Not there, but here. Okay. So another thing, which, is like way far down the line, but if this thing ends up like taking off, then this is something I'll have to start considering. But this thing about performing further processing is sweet because like I could like upload the file, and then if they're trying to give me like a 5 GB like HDR image or something, I can like shrink the file size down into something more manageable, and then that will decrease my storage and bandwidth requirements. So good thing to know for later. Not gonna do it now. That's like way too far down the line, but something I'll probably need to do eventually. Yeah, so let's just see if we can like find this multi-part params thing in our request. All right. So get in the request the multi-part params. Don't know if image is going to show up in there. May as well pre-print our read street thing. May as well keep that. May as well keep that. All right. So maybe this is gonna work. But we still have the problem that when we try to send an image from the front end, we get this. So lambda. This is definitely not going to turn anything up, but we'll start here. Eric, not write file, file upload. Alright. It's real easy. Posting body to the image. So I don't think it gets much simpler than that. Instead of doing this, let's just real quick line image. Save that. Go back here. Refresh for good luck. Select a file, this one. What is this thing? It's an object file, object file. Okay, so we know we're uploading the image. Why can't we post it? File uploads. Multi-part form handling. File upload example in Clojure. And temp file, we saw that from before, that's cool. Wrap multi-part params, means we're on the right track. And we can send it as a param, like a query param, so let's see if that does anything different. I don't know why it would, but working in the field of technology, you need to attempt all your stupid things because they might surprise you. Image, object file. So what that look like on the back end. Get in rec. Pretty print body rec. None of that happened, did it? Not sending it in the body. Disable that for now. How about we just pretty print the request itself? Load that in. Try it one more time. Posted. Didn't log. Restart the server. Nothing. Source coding says the ring sides want the content type of multi-part form data, an HTML form with the default input type file in a form that does that content type. The fetch stuff is not doing that. Okay. Right. So probably what I need to do here is send a multi-part file post Clojure script. Multi-part form data support in Clojure script 6 years ago. So we've got an alternative library to try. Maybe these guys have some better docs. Nope. 537 stars. That's a poor metric for the quality of a code, but it's the only one I got. Content type, post that URL, this stuff. Multi-parts. Upload a file using multi-part parameters. Okay, this library wins because it tells me exactly what I need. Alright, Clojures. Yep, Clojure CLI, deps Eden. Let's head back over here. This is the server, not the front end. This is the code, not the dependencies. Alright, so add this library. Stop, because we added a new dependency. Restart the thing. Go back to the demo code. Multi-parts. Upload a file using multi-part parameters. Require all the things. Oh. Back to the docs. Multi-parts. Copy that code. Put the code in the baskets. Alright, so we're posting to our local URL. We're keeping this because it's funny. Add image. And then a catch is something we're going to need sooner rather than later, but for the time being, let's just see if this will work. Back to the front end. Open the console, select the file, upload the file. New errors. Reason expected true in course header. Alright. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Beach ball of death. Cookies. Printer need to make some changes to that thing. Yeah, you can do that. Okay. Save. Let's just restart this thing too for kicks. Nope. Scheme is missing. Oh no. Alright. Alright, brief interruption, but now we're back on track, but... Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Alright, we're on the server. We're now looking at the request because that almost crashed our browser. Upload picture. Oh, cores. Defaults. Let's just make it super permissive. Stop and start the server one more time. Let's see if that fixed it. Yep. Ah, man. So response, no response, but did we log anything? Upload image, well, maybe the best we can do right now is, defn upload image rec pp preprints the rec. So I just want to know that you're like getting something when I send it. You're not. Oh, look at that sneaky little backtick. Oh my goodness. This whole time. Sneaky, sneaky little backtick. I didn't even write that function correctly, so it wouldn't have worked. And maybe I got a little too ahead of myself. One too many parens, one too few parens. Oh. And we broke it. Well, the hour's getting long. I'd really like to be able to, I think you just changed your post URL. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, API upload image is what I wanted to send it to, but what I didn't see is I had a, like a backtick in there, so, I had a handler for a route that, like, presumably worked, but, yeah, definitely don't want the backtick. on the JS side. Oh, really? Localhost 3000 API. Oh, jeez. You know, I'm not right. You're totally right. You are totally right. I'm only sending it to the API. I'm not saying /upload image. Man, good eyes, man. Thank you. Need all the help I can get around here. Back here. Refresh. Okay. Upload picture. Ah, yep. Sending it to the API all the while, not upload image. Now, I got cores problems again. Allow all headers, allow all origins. Let's try to leave that for now. Select a file, file selected. Ah, there we go. Something about the API defaults was borking me. Okay. Anything at all on the back end? Anything at all? We got through the gates. Do anybody home? Ah. There's a problem. Can't be wrapping things in forms willy-nilly. Rec is not a function. Rec is a map. Upload picture. Broke it again. Restart the server. Upload it again. Get a print line. No. Man, we're so close. Alright, that still works. It doesn't do anything, but it does log something. Alright. Oh, wait, no, that was from, it's from our high routes. Right. Post. Post. Unknown Scribe says, what's the startup idea this month, by the way? Yeah, so startup idea this month is... Do I still have this thing open? It's basically like a better version of this. Man, sorry if you guys are like throwing up from all the windows. Open link. So this is just like a silly like demo thing, but it is this like Google service. And there's also some like third-party apps that do this as well, where you can essentially like upload photos and make like little like kind of travel log things. And this thing to me has like so much potential, but it's like so limiting in terms of what you can do. Like you can upload an image, you can put text boxes in there. You've got these like really minimal like layout options for like what you have uploaded, but what you come up with at the end is like not that interesting, and the UI for actually entering these things, at least to me, is like really like not obvious, and kind of the product of like 300 people coming together and like designing a product together, and like all the good ideas just kind of like you know evaporate or get mutilated when you're talking about something like that. So the idea is to make something like this, but better. Offers you more freedom in what kinds of like layouts you have, what kinds of customization options, colors, fonts, layouts, things like that. So that'd be a really cool product for me because this is something I really want, and I think that I can like leverage the really unique qualities of Clojure, and especially Clojure's ability to like manipulate code as though it were data. And I'm just guessing that I can make something that is like a lot cooler than what is out there, a lot simpler and a lot like more intuitive for users. So that's the idea. But man, I need to have the ability to upload an image before I can do any of that, can I? Yeah. Thank you, man. Unsubscribe says sounds nice. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll see if it is nice. I think I can come up with something like pretty decent in a month anyway. Why can't I get this request? Okay, we got 7 minutes. Maybe, just maybe, I can print the request I'm getting on this post route. And if I can do that, then I'll have like broken through the barrier to like actually accessing this file on the back end. And after that, we'll be in business. This is the file I'm sending. We're posting. We're getting a 200. Oh, hello. Key value on my file. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. We just had some kind of REPL-ish like server restarting stuff that we couldn't do. But damn, man, look at that. There's that temp file, just like the old wizard said. Can we get there? Yeah. Thanks for sticking around, guys. That was a challenge. Yeah. Nah. Hell, let's do this. Done. Thumbs up. There we go. There we go. Thanks for the kudos, guys. That was yeah. That was a learning experience, but yeah, I'm really glad we got that done this morning because that's a big part of this. So where was that thing? Bookmarks. Ring file upload. Ah, excellent. I'm getting better at Clojure, and with your guys' help too. Actually, you really pointed me the right way in a few critical junctures here. So I feel like I want to like write this to disk. Java IO file object that contains the uploaded data. Yeah, so I think we're gonna barf. Or spit. There we go. So then we can do like a spit get in request the multi-part params temp file. Alright, so we also need the file name. Image dot .png, I think. So load that in. Okay, here's a good chance to like test REPL stuff, because this whole time I was trying to like redefine the function loaded into the REPL and have the server just kind of like see that function and call it. So I'm not sure I've got my code set up to where I can really do that just yet. So let's try this one more time. Select this file, even though I'm pretty sure it's still in the atom. Okay, so we're still logging. Did we get anything on the file system is the question. Fry code in here, apps, backend. Ooh, check that out. Did we do it? Nope. Okay, so we did verify two things. Spit is the thing we want. That we can like make a change to a route, load it into the REPL, and it will like just kind of merge with the running server code and work. But our file was all borked. Multi-part params, temp file, objects. So they tell you what to do once you get that temp file. Okay, this is the wrong page. Back to the other one. Oh, your get in is just off my file. Oh, hello. Multi-part params. Get in. Oh, we've got like multi-part form data. Ah, yep, there we go. So get in multi-part params, my file. That'll give us that. That'll give us that. Load it in. We may actually finish this. Upload picture to the Finder. Couldn't be open because it's empty. All right. Let's try this one more time. Image. What is it though? My file, temp file. Just because I'm paranoid, let's restart the server. Load that in. Call main, run the server, back to the front end, send the file into the Finder, image PNG. It looked like it was going to work, didn't it? What's going on? I think something about that Java blob file thing is contains the uploaded data. You can use this for any further processing. Spits Java IO file Clojure. The file's on the disk already in the temp folder. Maybe just copy it in the temp folder. I don't know if you can spit the Java IO file object. Yeah, I think that's the deal, right? Right. Stored in temporary files that are deleted an hour after being uploaded. This is handled by the temp file store function. Returns a function that stores the multi-part file parameters as temporary files, accepts the following options. Temp file. So where would I go to actually find that? saved it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Image, object file. How to access temp file Clojure ring temp file CLJ multi-part params temp file docs scary source code scary documentation. Temp file. Returns a function that stores multi-part file parameters as temporary files. File name, the name of the uploaded file. Oh. Multi-parts. Key value my file image. Upload file. And now it's just setting as like normal params, query string, server name, multi-part params. Get in the requests. Man, I'm confused. Jeez, paren disaster gets in the request multi-part params. Put this in a form of its own. Nope, can't do that. Ah, right. Yeah, for those of you who write Clojure for a living, this must be painful to watch. Get in rec multi-part params. Okay, so we got that formatted right. Into the REPL it goes. Empty object. Well, 12:05. Guess I'm gonna give myself 5 more minutes. Usually I end this at like 12 o'clock sharp, but that would be remiss to leave us hanging now that we're so close. Get in request multi-part params. Did not change. Damn thing here. Oh, hello. A function that stores the file upload? That's significant. Wrap multi-part params. Store. Encoding, fallback encoding, store. Function that stores a file upload. And the front end form is the file input empty. Ooh, that's entirely possible. I've just kind of been counting on the file I uploaded a million years ago to still be there, but maybe it's not. Nope. Everything's good. The image is not null. This function's running at all, so we know that we've got something in there. And when we post, we say upload image, image equals the object file. Key 1, value 1. Upload picture, there's the options, there's the posts. No parameters for this request. Request headers. Use as fetching console. Wait, fetch headers, refer, method, post. Request content length shows 0 there. Yeah, right. So right. 886 bytes transferred. So boy, what did I do to what did I do to wreck this thing? Pretty sure I didn't change anything on the front end, but maybe something weird is going on. JS loves turning everything into a string. Yes, it does. I think it just did a toString on your file object. Yeah, that's entirely possible. It's definitely doing that before, but I think I ended up with like a file object eventually. Network. $937 kilobytes transferred. Credential is not supported if the core's header is everything. Yeah, we saw it work, and we definitely did. Ah, man. Yeah, 12:09. I got 1 minute to finish this. Cores. Oh. Maybe it was giving me a problem, but it was really actually working. Yeah, content type, image PNG. Oh, we had that multi-part params docs up about, oh geez, where was it? Temp file store, a function that stores a file upload. The function should expect a map with file name, content type, and stream keys. Its return value will be used as the value for the parameter. In the multi-part parameter map, the default storage function is temp file store. So I guess I don't actually need that. That might be like a custom thing if you want to like override the default behavior. But how do I get file store Clojure ring? How do I access the temp file store? Temp file, function for storing uploaded parameters, optional parameter. We have a file, sample CSV. Yep, post it to the API, send that file. The request looks like that. Temp file. The temp file key contains Java IO file object, which is the uploaded data of the file, and this can be used to perform further operations. we can print the file content after reading as follows. So I guess we need to slurp it first and then spit it. We can now read the file content, which is stored in temp file. Clojure Java IO. Get requested param file. Clojure Java IO. Ooh, we're so close. Okay, so we tried that before. IO reader. Just guessing I need to require this. Clojure Java IO. Require Clojure Java IO as IO. Yep. Blink that over into the REPL. Back to this thing, IO reader. Get request param file. Get in rec. Get in rec. Multi-part params. My file. File name. How about we print that? Yep, put it at the end. One too many parens in the wrong place. There we go. This is okay. Yep. Into the REPL it goes. I know we've already got this. Run in here. Select a file. That one. Open. Upload the picture. Nope. Get a bunch of errors. Cannot open nil as a reader. I think I just copied a little bit too much code. Get in from the request, multi-part params, my file, temp file. It needs the temp file. Back here. Upload and send. I think that's what we printed. Now we can say spit test.png. Alright, image.png in there is in there, so if we see test.png, maybe it worked. Test.png, nope. PNG. Upload. Finder. Open. What? Oh man. Unknown scribe says it's just a normal directory on your computer. Default is temp or something. Did you want to change it? I don't want to change it necessarily. Temp file. Where is the temp file located? Mac. Where's the temp folder on Mac OS? Echo temperature. Alright. Bunch of crazy stuff in here, maybe. Grab PNG. Nope. Temporary items. Maybe. Maybe we can just open this and see what it's looking like. Folders, FT. Oh, a bunch of Apple stuff. Apple Siri. Ring. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's totally there. Okay, cool. All right, man. Yeah. Well, let's ring multi-part to your images. Ah, yep. Unknown scribe called it. There we go, man. Okay, cool. So I'm going to count that as a success. We've been going at this for 20 minutes over. You guys probably have jobs to do, so I'll let you go for the time being. But yeah, man, we uploaded an image. That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay. So yeah, basically what I just need to do is figure out how to like actually read these things and like save them in a folder where I want to save them, and from there we can start to build out the UI. So that's super cool, guys. Yeah. All right. So anyway, thanks for joining. Thanks everyone for your help. That was actually legitimately awesome. I don't think I would have made it that far without your keen insights into little mistakes I was making along the way. So yeah, hope to see you guys again if you'd be interested in joining for future streams. I'm here every morning, 9:30 a.m. EST, and hopefully catch you tomorrow. So thank you very much, and we will see you later. All right, bye.